Toni Hatton here, your vision and mindset expert at theattractivethinker.guru. It is a great day to be alive. I am delighted to join you today and support you with mental clarity, mental freedom, mindset maintenance through overcoming your mental struggles. We all have them. As soon as you wake up in the morning, sometimes they're right there. And that's why the mind needs constant care. If you've been following me on social media or you're on my email list, you know, I've been recently talking about you getting your book out. You know, there's a book inside of you, Attractive Thinker. Great day, Attractive Thinker. There is a book inside of you, and unless you write this book, you're going to be written. Write it or be written. And what I mean by that is when you write your own book, you take the time out to sit down and document your story and extract the lessons that you've learned and share them with the world and show people your journey, show people your path that you took, because there is no manual for life. You have to write your story and show people the way, Attractive Thinker. When we don't do that, we leave our lives to be written by others. Think about that. When you go to a funeral or you're at an event, you know, to be celebrated, people stand up and they speak about you. They speak from their perspective, from their point of view. At funerals, people share their awesome words, you know, their memories, their experiences with you. But when you write your own book, you get to share your perspective. You get to share who you really are. People don't know who you really are. They know what you do. They know what they see out of your life, but they don't know who you really are. When you write your own story, Attractive Thinker, you get to fully express who you truly are. Great day, Attractive Thinker Yolanda. It's so exciting to see you here this morning. Make it a great day. I'm so delighted that you were able to join us and, you know, share in this Attractive Thinker movement, this positive thinking, this way of thinking that attracts dynamic and fantastic and amazing experiences into your life. That's the essence of the Attractive Thinker. And what we want to do is, I'm trying to watch the comments here. What we're doing this morning is talking about writing your story. Nobody knows you, Attractive Thinker. Nobody can validate your experience. That's a big one right there. Sometimes we're afraid to write our story because we're fearful of approval from others. You know, we're afraid that other people are going to judge our story or feel like we don't have a voice or feel like we don't have the right to share certain things or say certain things. But this is what I truly believe. If you went through it, then only you can tell it, Attractive Thing. It doesn't even matter if your journey or your experience was similar to someone else's. It's not the same because it wasn't you. There are two different experiences there. You can go through this, for example, going down the highway. There are thousands of cars on the same highway as you, and all of those perspectives are all also different. They're totally different from your perspective. You could be riding down that highway and you see a sign or you see a person zooming in and out, or you're waving at someone you notice or recognize, or, you know, you feel like you got to your destination quickly and safely and, you know, without distractions, and someone else could be having a hard time. You know, they feel like traffic is heavy. It's a traffic jam and people are driving slow, or people are driving too fast or too crazy, or I missed my turn. The same road, two different perspectives, two different experiences. And here's the deal, Attractive Thinker. Your experience matters. That's all we have is our journey and our experience. And because there is no manual for life, we are required to leave traces, trails, and symbols. So the generation coming behind us doesn't have to start where we left off. They don't have to start where we started. They don't have to start without proper tools. Think about that. You know, I always say to my children, if you can't go further than me, then I may have wasted 18 years of your life. Think about that. Each generation is supposed to get better than the last. And in order for us to secure that, see, it has to be written in history. If we don't know our history, if our children don't know where they come from or their parents' experiences or how we got to where we are, then they have a tendency to repeat that. It's just a cycle, right? It's easy to Repeat because it's in you, it's a habit, or it's in your DNA, or it's generational. Think about that, attractive thinker. Great day, attractive thinker Amanda. It's so exciting to see you here. Welcome to the live stream this morning. I'm talking about writing your story. And you know what? That applies to everybody. No, that means nobody is exempt. Children have stories. Young people have stories. Middle-aged people have stories. Old people have stories. Think about that. We all have a story because we all came down here to earth and we started on a path, on a journey. We all have our unique path. You might want to share some wisdom keys. You may not want to share your whole story. You might want to extract the lessons that you've learned. That's a book. That can advance somebody's life. That can transform somebody's life. That can change a young person's life. Think about when you were young and what you didn't know. Think about what you wish you knew then that you know now. That's a book, attractive thinker. That's what we're supposed to share with the world so that history doesn't repeat itself, so that our children aren't struggling with the same areas that we struggled in, so that we can enhance the lives of others. Give them wisdom keys, tools, tips, strategies, a plan. Because you've already been through that journey. You've already been down that path. Imagine, attractive thinker, going through a forest. You're fully equipped and the forest is really thick. The trees are heavy and full and you can't really see your way and you're just chipping away at it. You're knocking weeds to the side and you're chopping down some branches and things like that. And you're carving this path. And there are people coming behind you, but there's a gap between you and them. They can hear you, you can hear them, but you can't see each other. And guess what? All they have in front of them is the path that you carved. Think about that, attractive thinker. That's the only way that they can find you. And that's the only way that they can find their way out of that forest is if you carve that path. So you have to write your book. Carve the path, attractive thinker. Leave it here. If you don't write it, you're going to be written. If you don't write it, people are going to write what they perceived about you. They're going to write what they perceived about you. They're going to share your story the way they perceived it from their viewpoint. Because if you don't write it, you will be written. Think about that. How is your story written? How do you want your story written? How should it be spoken? How should people look at your life and your journey and your path? What should they gather from it? How do you want to be remembered? All of these things are what we should be thinking about when we write our book, when we write our story, because if we don't write it, we're going to be written, right? Take a look at www.mastermind.theattractivethinker.guru. I believe I posted that website in the title of this live stream here, because this is where we're talking about writing your book. This is where we talk about everything. Actually, I teach and I share some powerful vision and mindset tools to support you in overcoming the obstacles that are between where you are and where you desire to be, that are between what you really want for your life. You know, we all experience these obstacles every single day when you wake up, you know, whether it's I can't do something, or how am I going to do something, or why should I do this? We're all faced with decisions all throughout our day. Attractive thinker Yolanda says, now that's a word right there. Carving a clear path for others to follow. Wow, powerful statement. Absolutely. Absolutely. See, as a vision expert, I'm here to shine the light in your life so that you can clearly see what you're working with and shift the perception of what you see, developing your own ability to see beyond what you're looking at. Now you can fully see, attractive thinkers, that you have a book inside of you and it is necessary. Yes, attractive thinker Yolanda says our children, family, and peers are watching. Yes, they are. And guess what? They are writing your story from their point of view, and that's why it's important for you to write it. Let me share something with you. The book I wrote, Don't Be Afraid, He's Preparing You, and you can actually read a full excerpt of this book at theattractivethinker.guru. I believe you click on the book tab. The book that I wrote, I didn't write it to become famous or to make money or to be recognized. I wrote it documenting our life story as a family. And I knew that one day I may not be walking this earth with my children. I knew that one day they would walk this earth without me. And I didn't want to leave them alone. When you write your story, you're still here. Now you exist in two realms, the spiritual and the physical. Think about that, attractive thinker. Yes, attractive thinker Amanda says, great title, awesome. So I knew that one day I may not be able to walk this earth with them, and I didn't want to leave them alone. So I felt as though if I document my story, they would hear me for eternity. They will be able to go back to the book and hear my voice and hear my wisdom and hear my perception, see my struggle and how I overcame, and see where my mind was and my faith was and my courage was and my determination and my passion and my drive, and understand that if it was in me, that it's in them because they came out of me. That was my sole purpose for writing the book. I wanted to leave a manual or leave some notes, some love notes to my children, some instructions. I wanted to carve a path that they will always be able to go back to and say, if we got through this as a family, then I can get through this in my own personal life because this is where I came from. It's already in me. Once I wrote the book took on a life of its own. I started going into print after print, selling out what I had, getting speaking engagements, getting people to talk about the book. You can, I believe when you visit the attractivethinker.guru, if you click on the book tab, it should, if you scroll down, you should see some reviews, book reviews for Don't Be Afraid, He's Preparing You. And just listen to what the attractive thinkers are saying, the insight that they received. And here's one that I remember. An attractive thinker read my book and she posted on the website that we had known each other for years, but she never knew my story. She said, now I know why you have that bright, beautiful smile on your face. She said, Toni, I had no idea that you had been through what you've been through. Think about that. We don't wear our journey on our sleeve. The only thing that you're supposed to look back in your journey for is the lessons. What did you learn? Don't go back in your journey looking for the pain. Pull out the lessons, the jewels that you found along the way. Think about that, attractive thinker. Extract that and use it, shift it, flip it, squeeze all of the juice and the essence out of it. Get all that you can out of that experience, or it was just a sad story. Have you ever watched a movie like that, or heard somebody share their story, or read a book and you really didn't pull any tools out of it that you could use, and it was just a sad story? And I refused, attractive thinker, to let my journey, my experience, and my path be a sad story. So I had to flip the script. I had to see beyond what I was looking at. I had to shift my perception so that I could create a new reality. And that's what I want to share with you this morning, attractive thinker. You have within you a book series, book volumes, books for children. Think about that. Books for adults, books for older people. Think about that. It doesn't matter what age you are. If you're still breathing, you should be still moving. You should be still creating. You should be still experiencing life and making things happen and shaking things up and shifting some things and growing and expanding and learning new things about yourself. I don't care how old you are. There are things about you that you haven't even discovered yet. But if you don't write it, you'll be written. Think about that, attractive thinker. So visit the website, the Master Your Mind experience at mastermind.theattractivethinker.guru. The website is posted above this video, mastermind.theattractivethinker.guru. This is where attractive thinkers gather in a private community, and I'm pouring out, I'm sharing powerful tools that shift mindsets and help you to get over mental struggles and barriers that hinder your life and business success, from your health to your relationships to business to finances to your vision and mindset to your environment. See, all of that has to come into balance. When you want to be successful in life, you can't leave any of these areas out because they all affect you. They all affect your goals. They all affect what you're trying to accomplish in your life. For example, you can begin to write your book and you're excited about it. You've set an environment where your ideas will flow. And because you have a headache, think about that. Your creativity is blocked, or you don't have the energy, or you don't have the mind to sit there and concentrate or write or structure or strategize because you have this repetitive headache, or you don't have the energy. Think about that, attractive thinker. It takes energy to be successful. It takes energy to wake up every single day and go after what it is you want in life, to embrace life, to enjoy life, to see the good in life. It takes energy to do that. To fight the negativity and the distractions and the frustrations and the unexpected experiences. It takes energy to do that. And if you're struggling to increase your energy or thrive, maybe your day runs out before you do. Think about that. Or maybe you run out before your day does. It depends. It depends on your energy level. Where are you, attractive thinker? So your health and wellness go together. Your vision and your mindset go together. If you want to succeed in life, you gotta target all of these areas. Your environment should be conducive for you to write, for your ideas to flow, for you to feel successful. Think about this. Once you sit down and start writing that book, idea after idea, you're like, oh my God, I forgot that. I didn't know that happened. I didn't know. You're right. I did learn that. You're right. I did overcome that. You're right. That was a turning point or a defining moment in my life. And it's just an exciting experience because now it's you sitting down and having a conversation, meeting, and getting to know again you, who you truly are. Because if you don't write it, attractive thinker, you're going to be written. Dr. Toni Hatton here, your vision and mindset expert at theattractivethinker.guru, where we support you with mental healing, mental strength, and mindset maintenance. You hear me say this all of the time. My life's work, that is to make your life better. Remember, it's not what you're going through. It's how you're viewing it. Think attractively. I'll see you soon. Great day, attractive thinker Yolanda. Start from your inner, Start from your inner, healthier self. Absolutely. I totally agree. Your inner self. Healing, see, Yolanda, you're going to get me started again. Healing is built in. Think about this, attractive thinker. You don't have to go anywhere to get healed. Healing is built in. You just have to take the action to activate that healing. Healing is built in. Your body is working right now trying to keep you well at any cost. But if we're sabotaging it with not exercising, not eating right, and having unhealthy lifestyle habits, we are hindering the inner healing process. Thank you, attractive thinker Yolanda, for saying that. You're absolutely right. So we have everything that we need. And that's why writing your book is important, because you don't have to go outside of yourself for this. You don't have to go get a writer coach or go research your journey. You lived it. It's in you. All you have to do is sit down and just let your mind go. Let your imagination flow. Attractive thinker, it's in you, and just write it on paper. Don't try to clean it up. Just do the brain dump. Write it all on paper, and you'll have it before you. And when you join our mastermind experience, check your email for your next steps. But this month, I'm going over the process of writing your book and really getting it out, giving birth to those gems that you left along the way. All of the story, the way the story unfolds. Where should you start? What are your chapters? What is your introduction? What is the flow of the book? We're going to get into all of that so that you will have a finished product in your hand that you can serve to the world, so it adds value to others and to yourself as well. Dr. Toni Hatton signing off. I'm so excited that you're here in our Attractive Thinker community, and I'll see you soon.